Welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about something incredibly important, and that is your child's movement and their developmental milestones. So, you might ask, why is this so important? Why do pediatricians and other providers make such a big deal about developmental milestones? Well, in this episode, I'm going to give you some key insights as to why milestones, as a guide, not a strict rule, are so important. It's important for you to know that humans were made to move. From the moment we were born, and even before that, in the womb, your baby was moving. Your baby could blink, they could move and open their hands, they could roll, and as you know, mamas, they could definitely kick. But movement was meant to evolve. It's not meant to regress. Movement is everything. In the wild, an animal that doesn't move and can't find food and can't escape danger is not a viable creature, if you understand what I mean. Now, I do understand your baby doesn't live in the wild, but do understand that movement, whether we're an animal or a human being, is in our DNA. Movement isn't meant to stop or regress. Movement is meant to evolve. So like I said before, your baby started moving when they were in the womb of their mother. That movement should be continuously evolving, and those movements should continue to get more and more complex as your baby ages. So now, I want to talk to you a little bit about two key assumptions that I've heard from many of the parents of my patients in my practice. Some of the key assumptions are, number one, my baby is lazy. And number two, my baby lacks some movement, but that's fine, they'll catch up. Let's dive a little deeper into those assumptions. I want to remind you that a lazy baby is not a thing. A lazy baby would not survive in the wild. Movement is natural, it's instinctual, and it's a part of life. It's essential for survival. From the earliest days of life, your infant relied on reflexes to move. Those little wiggles, those stretches in the womb, they're not just random. They're part of their brain functionality and the development of their nervous system, which in turn triggers movement in our body. These movements are, again, designed to evolve. Babies start with reflexive actions, and over time, these reflexive actions transform into purposeful and coordinated motions. When your child starts to reach those big milestones like rolling over, crawling, walking, they're building on this strong foundation. Movement always matters, even when it's subtle. Now to address assumption two. My baby's lack of movement is fine. They'll just catch up. While yes, sometimes your child will catch up. In fact, many times your child will catch up. We are so creatively and ingeniously made that we learn how to compensate. When our body can't do something correctly, it figures out another way to get the job done. But what I want you to know is developmental milestones, again, they are a guide. They're not a strict rule, but they are important because they give us a sense of whether your child's growth is progressing as expected. It also signals to your provider whether or not their brain is developing the way it is supposed to develop. It's easy to hope that your little one will catch up, but the longer a delay persists, the more work will be needed for not only your child, but you as their parent to help them bridge the gap. Early detection of delays can make it much better to tolerate. Early detection can make all the difference in the world, affording you the ability to watch your child grow and develop and keep up and enjoy all things in life with their family. Now, here are some factors to consider. Sometimes families with older siblings think their baby is just more privileged. After all, with a big brother around, why would I, as a baby, need to roll over and go get that toy when he's just going to bring it to me? While it is true that babies with older siblings may be a little bit more entitled they should still have an intrinsic motivation to move, to explore, to crawl, to walk. Those instincts don't disappear just because there's a lot of help surrounding you. So if you're noticing a lack of movement, a lack of motivational movement, if it looks like your baby is lazy, it may be time to observe more closely. And if needed, seek guidance. If you've noticed that your baby isn't hitting those key milestones, it's okay to ask for help. And as a matter of fact, I encourage you, ask for help. Early intervention and early detection can be incredibly powerful. Whether it's physical therapy, play-based exercises, consultations with healthcare providers, developmental specialists, there are many ways to support your baby's movement journey. Taking action today means you're ensuring your child's bright tomorrow. Every baby deserves the chance to move, to explore, to grow to their full potential. And as their parent, guess what? You are their greatest guide. And I have every confidence in you that you will make the right decisions. Developmental milestones are so much more than just moments to celebrate. They're essential markers for growth and healthy brain development. So, whether your baby is taking their first steps or just starting to roll, know that you're doing the right thing by paying attention and being proactive. Thank you for watching, and remember, your child was made to move. Let's help them do just that.